Okay, so I have just given our final three the voting deadline. Diane, Julie, and Todd. Okay, we will see which one of them is one step closer to being the last of the Mohicans. Man, I love this twist. It is so compelling to me. And I've done something this time that I have never done before. I have locked myself out of each one of their confessionals as of last night because I did not want to know. As of last night, based on the last PMs that I read between them and the last confessional posts I read from each of them, it was very much up in the air. No idea how it was going to pan out. And I decided I'd rather be surprised. I mean, that's the name of this round, the tree mail, was surprise, so it's going to be a big surprise for me in particular. The thing that intrigues me so much about doing it this way is that each one of them is a potential swing vote. They all have their own agenda, and very different agendas, but potentially, Todd could try to get Diane to vote with him against Julie. Todd could try to get Julie to vote with him against Diane. Diane could try to get Todd to vote with her against Julie. Diane could try to get Julie to vote with her against Todd. Julie could try to get Todd to vote with her against Diane. Julie could try to get Diane to vote with her against Todd. I mean, the three of them, they form this triangle, but then it's like they're circling around each other. This vote is very much live, and I do not know how it's gonna go, which is why I wanted to lock myself out of their confessionals. I don't even know which is the most dramatic order for me to personally go check their voting booths to see what they've decided, because the last pieces of information I had as of last night, amazingly enough, I think Julie is still the pivotal swing vote. That's how it was shaping up. But we could even be looking at a three-way tie here. It really could potentially happen. Todd has not been wavering as much as the other two have. If Todd votes out Diane, as he's been talking about doing most of this round, and then if Diane votes out Julie, as she had changed her mind a lot this round, but she made a great pitch to Todd last night, a fantastic pitch to Todd. I thought the two of them voting together against Julie. But so if Todd votes out Diane, as he's been wanting to do, and if Diane votes out Julie, as she has most predominantly been wanting to do, and then if Julie votes out Todd, as she was strongly hinting in her confessional that it was starting to look like she was going that direction, then we would have a three-way tie here, because each one of them has their own agenda, and they are very, very different agendas. I have no idea how this is going to go. I'm on pins and needles here. This is very dramatic. If you had asked me like a week ago, it was starting to look like a Julie versus Todd Final Two was a definite possibility. Absolutely. And my question had started to become, could Todd take that hero hat off and put a villain hat on? Would he vote out Julie? Because I think Todd, I really do think that he would win against Diane. Now, Diane is not a goat. Not by any stretch of the imagination. She does not fit that definition at all. Diane is an underdog, yes. Absolutely, I would say she's an underdog. She would have a harder time winning against Todd or against Julie. So an underdog, yes. A goat, no. But Todd had been saying, this was back at the final 8 round, a great video confessional that was so pivotal that you could even tell the way I edited it and the way I hashtagged it, I could tell that this was where the storyline was starting to go. But he was saying he would rather lose to somebody that he would be proud to call the winner versus sitting next to somebody that could be perceived as a goat. Even though Diane is not. She is not a goat. Diane, I think, would get some votes at Final Tribal. I think Todd would get some votes as well. I do think that Julie, I strongly think that she could win against either one of them. I think it would not be as close against Diane as it would be sitting next to Todd. And therein lies the fact that I think Julie is the true swing vote. And I'm dying to go see who has placed their votes and what is going down. Okay, so Julie has placed a vote and Todd has placed a vote. Deadline is in 3 minutes. Diane has not voted yet. Interesting. Diane has now placed a vote. I don't even know who's to check first. Ah! I'm going with Todd first. Okay, because he's not wavering. Like, I thought that he would likely stick with voting for Diane. Okay, so he's voting for Diane. Diane, you are an incredible gal, but I'm going to the end with Julie. I would have considered going to the end with you if you had messaged me sooner and didn't only come talk to me with one big paragraph against Julie after you'd already spent a day talking to Julie. But if you stay and I go, good luck and congrats on Final 2. I'm going with Diane's voting booth next because, amazingly enough, Julie, a player that has been in control of so much of this game masterfully, I think she has the most pivotal vote. I really do. And she's the one that's been wavering the most about who she would vote out. Diane votes for Todd. It's a little bit too long to read for this video, but she talks about she's driving herself crazy, going back and forth with scenarios, been a toss-up, 50-50 this way, that way. Who do I have a better chance at going to the end? I do not want to regret anything. Sigh. Know yourself. Stay true to who you are. My vote is for Todd. So Julie gets to call it. Julie gets to call it. Julie gets to call this. Who does Julie want to sit with at the end? Who is she going to vote out? Okay. We have a Julie versus Todd Final Tribal Council. Diane is voted out at the final 3. Julie says, I really never wanted to ever write your name down, ever, but I'm quite sure if we made it here with Rudy, I'd be the one getting voted out. Doesn't mean I don't adore you, because I do. I vote out Diane. Wow. Gonna be a heck of a Final Tribal Council. Julie versus Todd. I lean strongly in the direction of Julie winning this season. It depends a lot on what the jurors are after. Todd's gonna get some votes. I really do think it potentially could even be a 1-vote final tribal council. This could be a 5-4 game. It really potentially could. Julie's got the edge. She really does have the edge. But Todd and Julie, wow. Very interesting. We will see how this plays out on Sunday.